death in Moab. After a while, death visited them in the far country. It is usually the norm. It happens that way almost all the time. Things might seem to be very rosy. Things might seem to be good. I was talking to a young man, trying to pray with him over his misfortune living in the town, in the capital of our nation. I was trying to talk to him. And when I was talking with him, he reminded me that his father warned him not to go. He insisted. And the man made a statement he didn't forget. The man said, I have seen your kind of life. I have watched you. You can't live in such a town like Lagos and survive. I have warned you. I have watched you. The boy insisted he must go. While the man was advising him, he was making his contacts and packing his things. So the last day the man spoke to him, the man said, it's okay. Go to Lagos and prosper. Let me see. I told him, you are foolish. So you still want. You still want. He said, when the man finished saying, go to Lagos, prosper, let me see. After a few days, he went to Lagos. And I want to tell you, he prospered. I'm telling you. He prospered. He prospered and came home, driven by the official driver, in a tear-rubber car. He came home to show the father that I have prospered. But you know, old man, the man knew that this is the beginning. The prodigal son is prospering. Continue. He stayed some days at home and went back. After every Christmas, he came back with his driver. And it was everything was around him. And he was telling them stories. I was in Germany. And I soon go to France. In fact, we have a meeting in London. We will soon be in Dubai. The story was not really. He was telling me his story. By the time he was telling me his story, he had fallen from that height to where the father again, I'll talk about the father's love. The father again was giving him money to buy food. It was then he remembered that the father said, go to Lagos, prosper, and let me see. See, listen, and unfortunately for him, his father was a servant of God. And he took it for granted that what he was saying had no meaning. The prodigal son might prosper for a while. The boy who is rebellious, he will listen. The girl who feels, I know what I'm doing, people should leave me alone. She might prosper for a while. You see, young ladies, when it comes to marriage, nobody talks to you. The moment the spirit of marry enters you, I want to marry. God, I want to marry you. God, I want to marry you. You see, it becomes like I don't know whether it's a mental problem. I want to marry you. Anything anybody else is saying, the only thing that makes sense is marry. And sometimes the parents will say, I have stories now, too many. Was it not recently that a man and his daughter came to the house? Big girl, nobody knows the case. And they came to the house. Luckily for them, that guy was in the house. And I said, I know the man, name of God. I said, sir, this one you came with your daughter. Says my brother. He said, no, don't worry about it. Let's talk. I sat down. They began a story. The spirit of marry entered the girl. And the person that wanted to marry her was stupendously rich. And the girl found out that I have landed in my own small heaven. But the father looked beyond the wealth and said, my daughter, This man will not marry you. She said, what? She went to all the father's friends and reported the father to be a demon blocking her way. And you can imagine a man, your first friend calls you about your daughter. The second friend calls you about your daughter. 5 friends call you in less than 1 day about your daughter. What did they do now? Will you choose her husband for her? This is a modern age. Allow these children. They know what you done. The man said they talked and talked and talked until she said, it's all right. Ada, marry. She said, hey, daddy, hey, you are the best. It's okay. It's okay. And he didn't say he can walk away. He stood by her. They invited the young man, come, Maria. They said he came, this time it's just behind you here. He came with pomp and pageantry. That is, he came, the society knew that somebody came. He didn't bother about their list. He came, he really came. The day they told us the story of how he came, I said he really came. They said he refused to buy any rice that is not foreign. That he went as far as Lagos, make sure it was pure foreign rice he bought, and he filled nearly 1 pickup with it and brought them there. So they said he came, the boy came. Come and see money. So the father finished the story and stopped and said, tell brother why you told me to bring you here. The guy said, sir, I won't say anything. Listen to my voice note. I have your number, sir. Please, can I send it? I said, yes. She sent the first voice note, send the second one, send the third one. I said, play it yourself now. She said, sir, please, play by yourself. I switched on the voice note. I don't remember. Mira, Papa, go. I said, who is talking? I said, it's my husband. What did you do? Listen. Since I didn't do anything, he called my line. I was in the kitchen. I didn't pick. He called me again about 3 times. I didn't know. When I finished in the kitchen, I came and I saw this voice note just for call. Just for call, right, Target. So listen, the father said, send, I still have them here, send the other ones to him. The boy continued. See, the only thing you know is what is wrong? And what I was noting, the boy was saying that made any sense. Not even discussing where are you, what are you doing, what happened. I'm not what you call the Jays call. You see now doing a while came here. Number I put you this you see me the money with the year so my letter. But you got in kitty. And now you took here now Jays call. Oh, come here, the charge final. You tag him, catch a target. I said, Jesus. It was then I asked her. Okay, listen. So I asked her, who are you trying to get married to? I said, sir, I didn't know it's like this. So people were telling me, they were calling him Ome Malaysia. I didn't know what it meant. So Papa I said, wait, you don't know what it meant. Who knows what it meant? Told you, so Ome Malaysia, KJLO. You called me demon, not Chirigozo. Brother, I brought her because she should bring her. For me, she is married. Go and marry your husband. Go, follow me. Oh, see, Daddy, wait now, let me talk now. Daddy, wait now. Wait, let me say my mind. So I asked her, so what do you want? Says, I want you to pray for me. I don't know what he's using me for. I said, okay, that's why you came. He's using you for something now. Said, I feel he's using me for something. And I don't want to die. The Papa said, it's not why I came my own. I came just to ask you, if she goes now, is it divorce? Let me know which one to do. So I had 2 matters in my hand. Answer the question and pray for the girl. I told the girl, have you seen that your father is not a fool? He told you. He warned you. He advised you. But you felt, I know what is good for me. This is a modern age. I am seeing far. It's okay. Fortunately, she was not yet married. She had not packed into his house. She was not living with him, so we could easily tell them to go away. So I told them, I will pray with you and all of that. And I told the father, tell them not to come again, to come and collect the money that they paid for dowry. That was how we delivered this girl. Now, assuming the father's love, assuming the father said, I'm not going. Upon with demon, I'm not going anywhere. Go and marry him. If you have that kind of father, then you will know the pain of fathers when they talk to you. The boys are the same in their own line. Now take quiet and listen. I told you that it's a very long exposition. Boys, it's enough now. It's a very long exposition, and I want to stop this night. Let me now get to the end. I will come back to the middle on Sunday. That was how this boy in rebellion went away and ran into trouble. Now please listen now about the father's love. The moment people run into trouble, the first person they remember is usually their father. Even when they run into the trouble against the advice of the father, the person they remember to run back to is their father. So the prodigal son said, I have to get up and go back to my father. The father's such a love, the heart is such a heart, the father's love is such a love that welcomes you even in your stubbornness. When Daddy Billy Graham died, the daughter spoke. I can't quote her well, but she said that she had the best of fathers. And she was explaining why her father was the best. She said during her divorce, I was so surprised that lady divorced at the level of the ministry of the father. Says during her divorce that the father was her stronghold, even though he had told her when she was getting married that she should be careful with that marriage, but that she stubbornly continued. That when the man now threw her out, the father opened the door. She said she remembered the day she was driving him back to their house. That the person that came to stand at the corridor and welcome her as she packed her car and came out, hugged her and said that you have a home, come in and sit down, was the father. So, but it was the same father who warned her that this your marriage, I'm not comfortable with it. But she insisted and went. It was the same man now who opened the door to welcome her. The father's love. The prodigal son remembered it and said, I will arise and go back to my father. And that is the climax of my message this night. Maybe you have lived a life that does not please God. Maybe you have done things that God says don't do. You have been stubborn and rebellious. You have done your way. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to have. And maybe up to now anyway, trouble has not come. Maybe up to now, you have not run into the murky waters. But you know you have done things God said don't do. Or maybe your own has landed you in trouble. I have a prayer to pray this in me. I will go back to my father and I will tell him I have sinned against you. The father's love, the father's heart, the father's welcome is always there. It doesn't matter how bad it is or how far we have gone. It doesn't matter how we have strayed or how we have failed. The father's heart is so large that as soon as from that rebellion you decide to come back, the father will welcome you. I like the way that brother was talking about the daughter, when he brought her. While he was still saying, this girl refused to listen to me, he was still saying, Adam. Adam is Honga. Abraham Adam Abba. Adam and Elu for me, she on and cat, Adam Matari stubborn. Mamma Wow, Job Jidia. Adam Nalamenti, but in Lanka, Adam is sick there. You know, he was saying Adam, after your prodigality. When you would have said you're on your own, and that is the last part I can say today. Most times, when people mess up their lives, they should be on their own. You did it yourself. You caused it for yourself. When President Joe Biden was the president of America, the son was convicted for drugs. The day they were going to sentence him in the court, journalists asked the father what he was thinking about the son's conviction in court. Joe Biden said something. He said, I'm not just the president of America, I am also a father. And he's my son. The person you're talking about is not American citizen, he's my son. I will go to court and stand by him as the sentencing. I was so touched. President said, I will go to court. I will stand by him as the sentencing. He will face the sentence because I warned him, I trained him, but he chose this kind of life. He will take the sentence, but I will stand by him. I am his father. And on the day of the court, he went. He went with the first courts. Yet they left him alone as a father to stand around by his son, and they sentenced him to prison, right in his presence. He looked at him and said, son, I will still stand by you while you are in prison. I'll come often to visit you. I'll make sure that you are not abandoned, you are not alone, but take your sentence. And the boy went to prison. And the father went home. He went home not sleeping, not resting. As soon as the next opportunity came for presidential pardon, he put in the name of his son and gave him presidential pardon and let him come home. Listen, father's heart is not a stone. It is an emotional heart that has a large space for his children. The father's heart is the heart that will prefer going hungry, let the children eat. The father is that man who will carry the very heavy burden of family and will pretend that nothing has happened. You didn't know that he borrowed the last money he gave you. You came back and said, oh, mommy, the day you came home, your other brother came home, the other person came home, all of you came home from one school or the other, one from Futo, one from Unizik, one from UMN, all of you back home to one man. Everybody with his own list. And when you are giving him the list, what are you doing? Nagai, house school. That is, the list does not concern you. What concerns you is in Nagai. Nagai, house school. You never see he. Since you go to school, you never see you. Come. Sister, you the fat. Your list, nobody has attended to your list. The idea is that the list is not your problem. Whose problem is it? You are discussing sis, sis, if Papa look you well, remember you are brother now. Papa, they like give you more than they give us. If you give you pass more thing to me. You think you are discussing, you are discussing frivolities. Having given your trouble to somebody, first trouble, second trouble, third trouble, and you may not know that as you left, I have 3 children now. My father died when I was very young. I was 11 when he died. So my younger brothers, they ended up on me. You know, at a point we agreed my twin brother should go to university. I should wait. I went to university late. I had to wait and support my siblings. When they dropped their list and they all leave, I go on my knees and place the list before God. Those I'm praying for their trouble are somewhere they are chatting away. When I finish praying, I will now remember a friend where I will go and borrow the money. And I will simply tell, like Chimdendo's father, you know, I tell him I'm coming. warm soup, eat food, I'm coming, and I will leave. He never knew that I went to borrow money to settle his problem. When I borrowed and came back, we do dinner, eat together, pray together, and in the morning, I have lecture by 10. He doesn't know what I'm going through. I have lecture by 10. I'll be going before 8 in the morning. Because I had borrowed money, I had confidence. I will say, I'm here now. In the morning, we go, no problem. Dress up. In the morning, I will count borrowed money. Borrowed money. Gather it together. And you will never hear it. Give it to you. Go and follow others. My uncle told me a story of a father's heart. My father trained his own brothers that way. My uncle said when they came home, the school said that they needed to eat yeast so that their eyes can see well. That he didn't know what it meant. Yeast, this yeast you pour into soup. That they needed yeast. And he saw that other boys in school were drinking Nescafe to stay awake. So he came home from the grammar school and told my father that they say we should be eating yeast. And they say we should also be drinking Nescafe. My father said, there's no problem. He said, so what will I do? He said, you will go with yeast and Nescafe now. He said, not the matter. Don't worry. The next morning, my father brought out the Nescafe he was drinking as a father and cleaned it very well and told him that, you see, there is not too much money, but we can share. This is your own share of our Nescafe. And brought his own yeast. In those days, we were taking yeast. I don't know how many of you took yeast. He brought his own yeast, cleaned it, bathed 2 of them, and gave his younger brother, who he was fathering, because their father was no more. Take the yeast, and the man will go without anyone because of the father's heart. He said, when he remembered it after some years, he was asking himself, what kind of man was his elder brother, that you could just give out whatever belonged to you, so that your children can be in good condition. You don't know what your fathers are passing through to keep you in this school. I don't want to talk to you about it because I talk with them. And sometimes I feel pain when I see irresponsibility in some of you. I feel the pain that your parents go through all of these to get whatever they are using. One of you here, the father told me that by this SS1, this is one of SS2, that he had borrowed over 1 million for your sake. That he will still pay. That he ran into trouble with money and he didn't have, but his child was going to a good school. And so he kept borrowing. Yet, when you come to school and tell a child, stand in line, be careful. You people feel that life is very easy. Don't worry, boys, you will soon become fathers. It won't take long. You will soon become fathers. Then you will find out that it has not been easy for those who fathered you. If you go home today, ask yourself as you sit down, what really does your father do? Ask yourself that question. Well, really, let me tell you what they spend on you. For your school fees and hostel fee alone, your parents spend $500,000 in 2 terms. It is $750,000 in 1 year. In just one, and you are planning to fail. You are planning to fail, so that they can start all over again. And you don't really bother. You don't seem to understand. Have you asked yourself, this your father, who is a pastor, whose salary is less than 70,000 naira, how is he maintaining you in better college? And if you don't know, I better tell you, pastors are earning less than 100,000 naira per month. Some 120, some 150. So in the 3 months you're talking about, your father has maybe 350,000 naira, and one time has come. I'm talking about senior pastors, so the junior ones are 50,000, 60,000, and they come from inside that money and pay your fees. And something makes you to think that the thing that makes them maintain you here is just the father's love. My son must be somebody. I must move my son forward. I must prepare him for a great future. And I want to just say this before I leave. Go back there and close. We don't prepare for a great future for us. It's not about me. It's about you. One, by the time you can buy what you think you want to give to me, I may not be around. I may have left for heaven. Number two, even if I was around, I may have lost taste of any of these things. I may have lost taste of what are you going to buy? 1,500. Then you bring it to me as I said, Dad, I need something. I will make you happy by wearing it in your presence. So I say, wow, boy, you tried. Boy, you tried. That may be the last day I will wear it. You will go, I will remove it and pack it for you in the wardrobe. Not because I don't like